welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chiefs and the Falcons, and it comes your way next.
After 272 regular season games, 12 playoff games, one last one on the NFL calendar, and it happens tonight as EA Sports welcomes you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, we're set for what should be a great matchup. It's the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs and the champions of the NFC, the Atlanta Falcons. Final game of the season. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. Greg, it has been a long run. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
He admitted to us the other day, Mike, that he's started to feel a little anxious as game day approached, and I think that's normal. Winning the NFC, that's one thing. But this is the type of stage that can take your legacy to a whole nother level if you're able to come out on top. But in order to make that happen, he's going to have to put those nerves behind him as soon as possible. The last thing you want to do.
Big opening up the middle. And he's going to take this one all the way. 80 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll tuck it and take off. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll run again. Whoa! And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And he's in. Rondale Moore. Touchdown, Atlanta.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. Big strides. Look at him go. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 95 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. A throw on the move is caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Gonna look deep, looking for more. That is gonna be hauled in. He's got it. Rondale Moore. Touchdown, Falcons. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. What an opening quarter he is having. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll air one out. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he will go all the way. Incredible run. 70 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start to this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
They'll look to throw. Ooh! And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Open man down the field, Mooney. He is in. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown, Atlanta. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Throwing now on first and 10. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he will take this one in. 80 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. To the air now on first and 10. Now, deep ball for London. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his third touchdown of the night.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. That is downfield to the tight end Pitts. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. He's inside the 40. Inside the 10. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 94 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. That's it. That's the Super Bowl record. A game to remember. His 4th touchdown of the night. He's got a man running with them, and they connect. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his 3rd touchdown of the night. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
Oh, a waddle throw there, back across the field, but it's still a completion. They get 12 yards on that pass. It's good for a Falcon first down. He keeps it himself. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Falcons. That one is going to hurt the defense. He's looking to throw, can't find anyone, takes off, and Greggy takes it the distance for an exciting touchdown run.
And these are the plays, Mike, that just drive defensive coordinators crazy. You have all of his targets covered up, nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he gets out of the pocket, takes it all the way with his legs. He's just as dangerous with those feet as he is with his arm.
That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. Off he goes. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of a defense, and we saw it again here.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's going to run it. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He's going to tuck it in, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took...
So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. And make that 3 rushing touchdowns. You think quarterback gets a 3-touchdown day, it's pretty good. But 3 on the ground, that, Greg, is excellent.
It's just so hard, Mike, for a defense to account for a quarterback that can do this amount of damage with his legs. And there's a fine line, but I'll tell you what, when they unleash him as a runner, he's about as good as it gets.
Open man downfield, that's London. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 80 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Falcons.
That's just such an athletic play by an NFL quarterback, Mike. And you can see he tried to remain a passer as long as possible. But once it became clear there was nowhere to go with the ball, he puts it down and decides to do the rest with his legs. And he's able to take it all the way in for a touchdown.
Throwing now from the gun. And he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Commissioner Roger Goodell set to hand the Lombardi Trophy to the Atlanta Falcons. They are the champions of Super Bowl 63. So that'll do it for another spectacular season of the NFL on EA Sports. For my partner, Greg Olson, and our entire crew, I'm Mike Tirico. We'll do it again come the fall. Till then, so long from the Super Bowl.